What's up, y'all? So we're doing last minute runs in Georgia. I am in Georgia. We're headed out tonight at 7. We had to go to the grocery store, the Harbor Freight store, the AutoZone. Got to get the dog food, the horses stuff, emergency equipment, a 3-ton heavy duty. Y'all can see that Dayton back here. You know, Chief says it's better to have and not need than need to not have.
Absolutely, man. I don't want to get stuck on the side of the road with horses.
Neither do I. So, yeah, we're doing our last runs in Georgia, and we're saying peace out for good. So, stay tuned. Oh, it's 10:10. It's 10:10 p.m. and it is Saturday. We were supposed to be getting on the road 5 a.m. But what happened?
It never goes the way you plan when you gotta clear and move an entire house and decide what's going in your tiny home, what's going in storage that you've had for your entire life, and what goes in the trash. Some of the stuff that you've had for your entire life, but you just gotta do an order of importance. Or that's probably the hardest part about moving anywhere, but especially off grid, because a lot of the stuff you had, this highlighter can have sentimental value. My mama gave me that when I was 7. But does it go into a tiny home?
So, yeah, it's a lot with this process.
Well, I feel like we look tired on this.
We are tired. Like, this is the real. We need to show people the real, right?
Yeah, this shit is, it's not easy, man.
Not to mention my struggle has been not only material things and figuring out, you know, what goes where. It's a whole mentality with moving all the way across the country and, you know, leaving things and family and, you know.
That's been her big thing. Family. It ain't even just her, because her family really don't want her. Her mom is super cool, so she knows she's in good hands and stuff like that. I can only imagine, you know, some of the brothers is taking a woman across country and somebody mama like, are you taking my baby? And all of this stuff. So that's something that you definitely gotta, everybody that's talking about moving off grid, if you're serious, people are gonna react to you a certain way. Like they're gonna think you lost your mind. But.
And I also feel like it's always something that you want to do before you leave, you know, because it's like, you want to spend an extra hour. You want to go see somebody that you probably weren't even thinking about seeing if I would have, you know, stayed here. You want to
hit a favorite restaurant.
Hit a favorite restaurant, right. You know, so with me, when I make major moves, I want to, like, do everything first. And right. You're just like, let's just go. So
I'm about, listen, the reason, and we were talking about this before, if 100,000 people think that moving off grid is just the cat's meow, just the best thing going, maybe one will do it. That's because leaving, like literally exiting the matrix, like a 100% exit from the matrix is a big thing to people. It sounds great. It sounds stress-free. It sounds everything, but you'll have other people's opinions keeping you here. Loved ones keeping you here. You got a job keeping you here. You got personal attachments keeping you in place. So if you start to think about those things too much, you'll push it off a little further, a little further, a little further. The biggest reason people don't go off grid is because they don't have the money to go off grid. And when I think about that, I think about people that are looking to live the same way that they're living, you know, in the matrix, off grid, and you can't do that. You just got to go out there and understand that it's going to take some work to get comfortable.
I also think that there are also people who may have the money to go off grid, but then they worry about how they're going to sustain.
Right.
Like what's going to happen in 3 months, how I'm going to, generate funds to take care of myself or whoever else you bring with you. So
and with that way can be circumvented because it's 2022. Like you're taking the tower for us to do whatever things we need to do. There's a lot of jobs you can do on the internet. You can sell a lot of stuff on the internet. Most of the time in these off-grid locations, you can grow stuff and sell it organically and make more money than Whole Foods and places like that because people know that they're buying it directly from the grower. So there's ways to make money. You just have to figure out what you're good at or what you can learn, even if you're not good at it, what you can learn and do that.
So we here, house is empty.
Hello.
You can hear the echo. We just have some last minute things we have to clear out. But the house is empty, guys. This has been a journey. It's been all week we've been working towards this. And so tomorrow.
The journey hasn't even started yet. Like that's the crazy.
3 horses and a dog.
3
Stay
horses.
tuned for that episode. That's going to be interesting. We are traveling with 3 horses, 2 males, and a baby girl mare.
And her male gelding is the most spoiled brat of them all.
Pardon, excuse me, your mare baby is going to be HE double hockey sticks to get up on that trailer.
But once we get her, she's good.
Okay.
Hers is an escape artist.
Yes. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. What else we want to talk about? That's it.
See you on the road, man. I hope I'm smiling. I hope we have nothing to report other than beautiful sights and quick gas station refills and that sort of thing, just like we did this last time. I'm a little more concerned about this one than I was last time. Last time we took 2 families across country with 5 kids, 6 kids. This time, and you can tell the child sit down while I change his tire and all of that. Horses and stuff like that, the horses get impatient and they get hot. So I'm looking to the universe to guide us through this. And last time we saw a bunch of 1s and 2s and 3s, like the entire way 4s. We saw successions of numbers all the way out there to let us know that the guardians were with us. And I'm hoping to get some of that same support, man, because I'm a little bit nervous about this. Plus, we have to drive through the night.
Yeah.
So it's a 26 hour straight through. So yeah,
that's the goal. We're gonna strive.
That's the
to
goal.
Keep moving.
Yeah, and the reason is because we don't want to get the horses off, and they be like, they get happy that they're off and don't want to go back on because they remember the day before, and now we got trouble. We got trouble with them in a state that we have really no support, and we got to work them horses back onto the trailer. So that's why we're going to try to push through. And we're going to learn a lot because we've never hauled horses this far before.
But we did, just in case of emergencies, look up some horse motels and did some research on that just in case, because you never know.
Right.
And we did find a place where it's a horse motel and they also have a live-in hotel for humans.
Right.
Humans for people. For people. So
at the most, I'm hoping that we can just pull into like a rest stop or something and catch a couple hours of sleep and keep going, because I don't want them staying in the back of that trailer too long. We already have to every time we pull up to get gas, which is about every 4 hours, something like that, 4 or 5 hours of driving. We gotta spray them, mist them down with the water. We gotta make sure they have a bucket of water to drink out of. You gotta feed, give them water. And you gotta make sure their hay bags hanging in front of you. You gotta make sure they're full all the time, so they don't start, getting upset or start kicking and acting silly.
So we're gonna hope that these horses feel our energy and just know that we're just trying to get them to their new home.
Yeah. We know one is good.
Slim.
We know Slim is
Yeah,
good. Slim is late. Slim is 16. Slim laid. Horses live to be about 35 years old. So Slim is like a 35, 40-year-old male. You know what I'm saying? So he's like laid back.
Right.
You know.
True.
But
and the kicker is I'm gonna have to drive a few hours. I am.
We'll make sure
not excited about that at all.
We'll make sure we get some of that on tape too. But the way I look at it is, man, look, it's bucket list. We took horses across the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm okay with my bucket list being me just riding. I'm just saying.
But who else? But who can say that though? Like who can say that? Like this is kind of what I mean, outside of just all of the stuff that's going on in the world or whatever, this is kind of our reason for like going off grid, because it's something we've lived in the country, you know, we've lived in the city, and it was the next logical step. So it just fits right in with taking horses across the country. We just like doing stuff we've never done before.
Yeah.
Seeing places we've never seen before.
So yeah, let's do it. We'll keep y'all posted, and we're gonna get this done. That's just it. There's no other way around it.
That's it.
Peace.